The red pill, a phrase that was once a reference to Neo escaping the Matrix,
You've been living in a dream world, Neo.
has since been hijacked.
I always knew I wanted to escape the Matrix before I escaped it.
You could take the red pill.
The Matrix is not science fiction, it's a documentary.
The Matrix has always been an iconic film in popular culture.
You can see the Matrix, can't you?
One of those memorable concepts is the concept of the red pill. The pill that Neo takes as part of his unplugging from the Matrix.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
In the first few years after being released, the term the red pill was mostly restricted to just directly talking about the movie.
When I first read the script, I was...
But that was about to change. In 2007, the blogger Mencius Moldbach published a blog post titled "The Case Against Democracy," explicitly recasting the metaphor to mean awakening to anti-democratic and contrarian truths. In the late 2010s, the red pill had escaped the corners of the internet and gone fully mainstream.
Red pill essentially comes down to, I'm not going with the norm. I gotta be able to think outside of the box.
But most women want assertive, dominant man that's a leader.
Elon Musk tweets, "Take the red pill." And Ivanka Trump jumps in, "Take it." Lily Yakovsky fires back. That moment summed up perfectly the massive gap between the movie's original meaning and what the meme has become. So let's take a look at what The Matrix is really about.
You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is?
What is real? How do you define real?
In The Matrix, the concept of reality being an illusion is taken to its most literal conclusion. Yet, philosophy and religion have long questioned our assumptions about this very matter.
Real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Both Hindu and Buddhist traditions explore the idea that ordinary perception is in some sense illusory. Reality is really just layers of conditioning, biological instincts, cultural narratives, and mental constructions that give form to the formless. We use our senses to observe the world, but it is the mind that creates the patterns and understandings that we mistake for truth. We project permanence onto the world when really everything is in a state of constant flux. Reality is a system of preconceived and built-in understandings, learned through millions of years of evolution. This illusion has served us well as a species, but if we want to break free of some of the suffering that this illusion also brings, we need to take a step back and see the system for what it is. Everything that has the nature to arise has the nature to fade away.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy.
In The Matrix, people are born into and accept reality as it is.
You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged.
But if our reality is in fact an illusion, conditioned by our biology and culture, what is the true nature of our reality?
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon?
Then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends, it is only yourself.
He's pointing to sunyata, emptiness. There is no spoonness essence buried inside of the spoon. It's just a conglomerate of atoms in a specific arrangement. It is empty of self-nature. Nothing in the universe exists inherently on its own. It's all relative to something else. Even the self that we all carry around with us.
If you pay close enough attention, like just in hearing any sound, like you hear the sound of traffic or whatever it is, you're the one hearing, there's a hearer, and then there's a thing heard, and there's just this subject-object kind of divide that's getting bridged with this operation of hearing. But real concentration can suddenly collapse that to what is clearly a more basic condition of just hearing. Like there's just this pure perception of hearing prior to the concept of self and thing heard. And there's freedom in that.
The self, Atma, does not exist. Sometimes we call it soul. It's not there. There's nothing unchanging. You see, everything is flowing, everything is changing. You don't see anything that can remain the same in 2 consecutive moments.
But if our reality and our self is an illusion, where is this liberation that the Matrix promises?
The teaching on emptiness is pointing out that the large part of the world that we perceive is actually our own fantasy, our own creation, our own construction. You know, we objectify things, we reify them, we make them real. We invest so much reality in them, and then based upon that assumption, we then react naturally, strongly. You know, like us and them. It's mine, it's theirs. And so this clinging and grasping is at the root of many of our problems.
What Neo needs to realize is that he is not bound by the limitations of the Matrix. He is not bound by the concepts.
There is no spoon.
And once he realizes his true nature, he is free to move beyond the restraining concept of the Matrix programming. The painful process of loosening attachment, of realizing that what we thought was solid was never anything more than just code.
I can't go back, can I?
The willingness to strip away layers of our own preconceived notions, to let go of the attachments that keep us trapped, because in the end there is no spoon, and the realization is exactly what can set us free.